Hey everyone, it's Jakov, and I'm here today with a special video. Not only is today's video a battle replay for Total War the Dawnless Days, sent in by one of my subscribers, Ellan Enish, today's video also happens to be released, or at least it should be released, on the 1 year anniversary of me starting my channel. For those of you who have been here with me, thank you so much. I really appreciate your guys' support, watching my videos, giving me constructive criticism in the comments and everything, and I hope to continue this channel with your guys' support. Now then, as I said, this is a battle replay sent in by a subscriber. If you guys want to send in your own videos, feel free to send them to my email, which is linked to my channel's description, or you can send them to me via the Dawnless Days Discord server. So there we have it. Now guys, before we start the battle, I'm going to ask you guys to like and subscribe. We are a small channel, so we really do need support. Now then, looking at the two armies, we've got Ellan Enish leading an army of Isengard, his general unit being the White Hand Stormers. Actually, we'll put into slow motion so we can see him in motion. So yeah, we've got the White Hand Stormers here, a couple of units of the elite White Hand Grenadiers who throw explosives, and then we've got 2 units of the elite White Hand Stormers, more tier 3 professional, tier 4 gold tier professional infantry actually, and then in his front lines we've got a couple of units of Uruk-hai pikemen. Do we have any swordsmen here though? Nope, just a very elite core army. Although I will say it is lacking archers. On the other side of the River Isen, which, yeah, this map is the Fords of Isen, we've got a unit of the Dunlin tribesmen, so really light infantry. We've got many units of the half-orc axes, which are mid-tier shock infantry. We've got units of the professional Uruk-hai infantry. And we also have, if I am correct, over on this side, yep, 2 units of the Dunlending Horse Raiders, which are, as it currently stands, Isengard's only mounted options. Then opposing them, you have a Rohirrim force, who the player's name I'm completely forgetting. No, it's Nuzgi, yeah. Nuzgi leading Rohan. And on this side, Nuzgi's got 3 units of Arid of the Gap, so he's fully deployed all of his mounted archers over here. So he has, at the minimum, a range advantage compared to the mounted skirmishers and lacking infantry of Isengard. Then defending the central ford, we have the Rohirrim army. So we've got the elite guards of the Golden Hall, we've got units of Axthanes, we've got Aeling men-at-arms, so they're professional spearmen. We've got Axthanes, yep. Units of Axthanes are mid-tier warriors. We've got more Aeling retainers, so they're professional sword infantry. And we've got a unit of onagers, which means that Rohan has siege capabilities. And then in the back, providing their armoured fist, they've got 2 units of knights of the House of Aeol, so gold tier shock infantry. And then leading the army himself, we have King Theoden of Rohan, leading the 3rd unit of the knights of the House of Aeol. An absolutely amazing army, and also an absolutely amazing unit. So there we have it. Looking at the numbers on both sides, Rohan is outnumbered, which makes sense given that they field cavalry as the main part of their armies generally. So the Rohirrim force only numbers around 1,200 soldiers, whereas the Isengard force numbers 1,800 soldiers. And now, yep, both sides are kind of beginning to skirmish. Or at least they're approaching to skirmish, and yep, there goes the first couple arrows. Do they kill anyone? No, I mean, that should kill you if you get hit with that. It'd kill any horse in real life, but still. So we'll put it up into regular speed. And one thing we will note is that, yeah, both armies are really lacking range support, with the exception of their mounted archers and artillery. No side has regular, just bowmen, or skirmishers, except for mounted skirmishers. So yeah, but army's approaching. The Isengard army is being quite smart. It's entering into the forest, which means that they've got a bit of cover from the enemy archers. And that means the area of the gap can't really close because they'll get caught out by the skirmishers, who are providing a roving defense on the flank. There go the half-orc axes, whose design I really love. Although I will say I did like the old half-orc axe design too, where they looked like the tier 2 Uruk-hai. So yeah, they're just running to meet their enemy. So so I'm guessing what the game plan is. Hit Rohan from both sides. Although I will say that is a potentially risky strategy if they completely bypass these horsemen, because what it then means is that they can be shot in the rear and also even charged in the rear by the aid of the gap, which isn't exactly a situation that you want. And in they go. For a moment when I first loaded up the video, I thought this was actually meant to be a battle scenario, like a remake of the Battle of the Fords of Isen from the Lord of the Rings books. However, in that battle, the Rohirrim army defending against Isengard was led by Theodred, King Theoden's son, so this isn't a one-to-one remake. However, you can kind of imagine this is what would happen if an elite Isengard army fought against an elite Rohirrim army led by Theoden instead. And I believe the artillery is opening fire? It was getting ready to open fire. Oh, they're firing. Which, yeah, that makes sense now that their Isengard force is visible against the trees. So this becomes the first real challenge. Can the Isengard army endure the artillery barrage? There goes the first shot of the battle. And it killed no one by a miracle. No, did it? No, it did kill one orc. Okay, yeah. Orc, I thought so. And that was a really good opportunity for them to just thin out the numbers of the Isengard army. If I was Rohan, I'd be targeting the shock infantry. Because these axemen aren't, or tribesmen, aren't worth going after, given they're such a weak unit. It's the shock infantry and the heavy infantry that are the real challenge. Oh, now they've begun to use fiery shot. Will it land? It killed one man. Misses, hits the water. Oh, that definitely hit and slaughtered a bunch. And as you can see, the lighting is going light, dark, which is just yet another example of Attila's suboptimal lighting. And the pikemen have begun to cross the river somewhat. So Isengard's begun a full forward push. Makes sense, cross the river as quickly as possible. Don't get, at least that way you can endure as little artillery as possible. However, this also now means they've got to deploy their forces defensively here to stop the horse archers. Brutal, but effective. There go more half-orc axes, and the first units cross the river. And battle has begun. 3, 2, 1. Yep, now battle's begun. And the half-orc axes get stuck in with their bardishas. So while that happens, you can see the first unit of Knights of the House of Ayol is about to flanking charge. And there they go. If I was them, I would have kept the cavalry in reserve. I don't think now is a good time to deploy them. Like, they're definitely doing damage to the half-orc axes, but you could have swept around instead. And now Theoden's about to charge right into the rear of his men, which is a bad idea. Yeah, you end up killing the enemy, but you also end up losing units. And they begin to open fire on this side. And they're aiming for either the White Hand Stormers or the Grenadiers. I personally would aim for the White Hand Stormers. And as you can already see, like, the unit has been significantly depleted just by that exchange. The half-orc axe has been perfect at mowing them down. And in Theoden goes. right into the Dunlending Horse Raiders, who he is more than a straight match for. But the other skirmishers are opening fire, forcing him to retreat. Smart. And the Rohirrim forces wait, ready for the oncoming storm. Theoden charges again obliquely into his own men, causing more damage to them than the Uruk-hai. The archers rain down fire on the Uruk-hai from behind. Smart. And already some of Isengard's forces are broken. The pikemen have engaged, although with their formation so... Ooh, there goes some nice artillery, killing the general unit, like some of his warriors. And now he's about to be charged in the rear, or at least these White Hand Grenadiers are, by the 3rd unit of shock cavalry. Smart. Now they're getting ready to charge into the other unit. And yeah, very smart, although you could have hit the White Hand Stormers from behind and potentially caused a hell of a lot of damage. I don't like how drawn out these two lines are. Keeping your spearmen like this is a good way to lose your spear. Keeping your pikemen drawn out like that is a bad idea. And the artillery begins to rain death. And now the artillery is killing their own knights of the House of Eorl. And the grenadiers let go. And now you can see just how effective grenadiers are when unleashed correctly. But yeah, having your forces stretched out like this, not a good idea in my opinion. And here the pikemen have joined battle against their Eorling retainers, which we like to see. On this side of the battlefield, Theoden's lost a lot of forces. Theoden's picking off this unit of Dunlendings. Not exactly the best idea in my opinion. I'd have brought them around to destroy this infantry, given that the forces here are falling apart. Dunlending Raiders almost gone, as are the Knights of the House of Eorl. It's just a massive cluster of battle over here. Death being rained from above. It really is somewhat evenly matched in my opinion. Although these grenades might be causing more damage than they're worth. Although it is smart, punch a hole through the enemy lines with grenades so the pikemen can move forward. That is how grenadiers were originally used. Now, I would not use the artillery to kill these grenadiers. I'd be aiming at the general or the pike units instead. And the Eorling retainers are now being swarmed on all sides by the more heavy-duty White Hand Stormers. Yeah, that unit of pikemen is about to shatter. This unit of pikemen is losing, which makes sense given how out of formation they are. And the White Hand Grenadiers have been cut down. On this side, the Onager has been lost, so I guess cavalry must have reached the Onager and killed them. So, not exactly the best bit of news for Rohan losing their artillery. Theoden is charging, smart, straight into the ranks of the White Hand Stormers. If he'd been lucky, they would have been engaged with someone else, so he could have hit him from the flank or rear. But still, out goes his cavalry, although they are running quite low. If I was them, now would be a good time to charge. The enemy, break them as much as you can. Looking back over the hill, The horse archers are still firing, but things are beginning to turn somewhat in Isengard's favour. So yeah, they were able to clear all the opposition on this side, which I reckon had they focused on this side more and not sent their units to fight on the other side, it probably would have done better. Or use their horse archers to charge into the enemy rear. But yeah, now the wave of Uruk-hai are crossing over the hill. And really, Rohan doesn't have much left in the way of gas to keep fighting, given that most of their units are running very low. These pikemen have broken but returned. Theoden charges. But Theoden is down to what, 9 men? 5 men. 4 men. And there goes Theoden, but that unit will break almost immediately. Once they go, I have a feeling Rohan's chances go. Yep, caught it. That's nice. That's a nice little crossfire. I like that. But the whole point of horse archers is to harass your enemy infantry, not get stuck in with them unless you necessarily need to. So yeah, these horse archers are going to get swarmed. The sword infantry fighting here are probably going to get swarmed. Body's just going flying. I love that little shield flip move. It just happens constantly. So imagine from the battlefield, it was the main maneuver, just shield flipping endlessly. And the shock infantry have joined in, and yeah, the Orling retainers stand no chance. They're breaking, Dunlending horse raiders are coming up. And now the Arid of the Gap are doing what they should have been doing from the beginning, charging. However, they're charging head-on instead of into enemy rears, which would have been the way to go. Counter-charged by the Dunlending horse raiders. And we've got a horseman v horseman battle. So yeah, unless they kill the Isengard general, which I highly doubt that's happening, this is going to be an Isengard victory with 30 seconds left on the clock. Isengard's bringing up their warriors from over there. And man gets his legs cut out from underneath him. The last couple of units are trying their hardest, but still not going to do too much. That charge was quite nice, but still. Keep going. And there we have it, a Pyrrhic victory for Isengard's forces led by Ellan Enish. So we'll finish off the replay, we'll check out both armies and see how they did. Looking at Ellan Enish's army, he lost most of it, only coming out with 400 soldiers left. However, that was significantly more than Nazgi's army that only had 150 soldiers left. Looking at Isengard's forces, their general unit got 120 kills, pretty good. Uruk-hai infantry got 116, also pretty good. 147, very nice. 109 kills by these guys, also quite good. 152 kills by this unit of half-orc axes, that's amazing. These two units didn't do too great, especially the Dunlend tribes are only getting 9 kills, but that kind of makes sense. The pikemen did abysmally, which isn't good. However, the reason why that happened is because of how they were used. They weren't used as a massed fist, and so they were spread out, which weakened their fighting power. So that's why they got such low kills, especially these guys only getting 2 kills. The White Hand Grenadiers didn't get much in the way of kills, but the units that they killed were very important, thinning out the Rohirrim Heavy Cavalry. And then the Lending Horse Raiders didn't get too great either, but they were able to, buy time by pinning down Rohan's mounted horsemen. But all horsemen are mounted by pinning down their horse archers, so that really helped. Looking at Rohan, King Theoden got 208 kills, which is amazing. The Ruling Retainer got 117, this one got 104, both great numbers. The rest didn't do too great. This unit of Axelanes did quite poorly, as did this unit of Ruling Retainers, for being honest. These Axelanes did great, however, getting 117 kills. This unit of Guard of the Golden Horde did great with 104, and these guys 138. The Knights of the House of Eorl did good, getting 105 and 126 kills. The Horse Archers didn't get great, this one getting 99 kills, which is pretty alright, I guess. And the Onager didn't do too great at all, only getting 28 kills, which I figured they would have gotten way more. And perhaps had they gotten way more and used it against the massed formations of Isengard, that would not only have expanded their kill count significantly, it could have turned the tide of the battle. But yeah, there we have it, guys, a battle replay, which again I must say thank you for sending it in, Ellan Enish. And as I said before at the beginning of the video, guys, if you guys want to send in battle replays for me to cover, feel free to send them in. Now, rest assured, in the future there will be more videos coming up, especially more Dawnless Days videos, because I'm pretty sure an update should be coming out in the near future, as well as the Last Alliance Total War. There will be videos for both of those mods coming out in the near future. Any news to add on top of that? None that I can think of off the top of my head. However, before I sign out, I will say again, thank you for being with me for a year. I really do appreciate it from the bottom of my heart. If you guys have enjoyed your time here, as I said, please like and subscribe. It would mean the world to me, given I am such a small channel. With all that said, this is your host Jakov, signing out.